Mosse, you know, the big man up north, he's making a list, checking it twice, doing all that kind of stuff. And myself and like a lot of kids around the world are making their wish list when it comes to what they want. So this is my wish list for 2024. And I don't think it's too much to ask. And so I started to think of different things, some bigger things, some smaller things, some presents, maybe some stocking stuffers when it comes to American soccer out there. So we're going to start out with next year in terms of on the soccer field. All right, number one, Copa America. We've talked ad nauseum about what Copa America means and is going to mean to Greg Berhalter and this team. I don't think it's too much for us to ask for a successful World Cup. Now, what that ultimately is in the eye of the beholder. A lot of talk, by the way, in Atlanta about what is or what should be looked at as success when it comes to Copa America. But I think, like the Supreme Court, obscenity definition, I can't tell you what it is, but I know it when I see it. All right, we will know success in Copa America. This women's team. We'll talk more about the women's team in terms of the leadership. But this women's team needs to get back to doing what they have done so well and done better than anybody else out there, and that is winning. And the next big tournament that they have will be, yes, Gold Cup coming up in the spring, but also next summer when it comes to the Olympics. And we always talk about the women's national team in terms of the cycle of one summer with the World Cup and then immediately the next summer, the big tournament being the Olympics. It's going to look very, very different, this team. But again, get back to winning, and that solves a lot of the problems. That also alleviates a lot of the drama that tends to surround this women's team. And I don't think that is too much to ask. When it comes to the women's team, leadership is important. So I am wishing that Emma Hayes comes in, and I want her to clean house. I want her to come in and rule with an iron fist. I want her to come in and say, you know what? There is a new sheriff in town, and she's not taking any from anybody. And I want her to make sure that she has the players in place. I want to make sure that she has the authority to make the decisions and maybe some difficult decisions along the way. And ultimately, I think that she understands that she is getting to come into the program almost at the perfect situation. Well, that has to play out on the field. And so, like we talked about the Gold Cup and the Olympics, I think it's an important way of Emma stamping not just her identity and her vision for this team, but doing it immediately and establishing, you know what? We're back, and we are back, and we're maybe doing it in a different way, but ultimately it still results in wins. And I hope that happens by introducing new players. All right, when it comes to older players, Tyler Adams. I am worried about Tyler Adams, and so this would be a gift, the likes of which maybe Santa hasn't seen. I want a healthy Tyler Adams back because I think that he is a generational type of player. And I worry with these injuries, now 2 major injuries and a lot of time off, if it doesn't heal where he can be that type of player, that we're looking at a John O'Brien type of situation. So heal that hamstring and heal that leg and give me back the Tyler Adams that I think and so many people think can be impactful on the field and can lead that team going forward, because this team is going to need the likes of Tyler Adams going back. So number 4, another number 9. We talk so much, Mosse, about the striker situation for this national team. And I know right now it's Balogun Pepe. I'm still not convinced that ultimately to do the best that we can, whether it's next summer in Copa America or certainly when it comes to 2026, that those are the 2 players that are going to lead us to the promised land. And I feel like we're almost settling that that's it. I am hoping that another number 9 comes along. Maybe it's someone we've talked about before, maybe DK or these types of players, Josh Sargent-esque type of players, but hopefully it's even somebody different, because there is still an opportunity. I know everybody said when Balogun came along, all right, this is it, we finally found our guy. I'm still not so sure. So I am hoping and praying that there's some others that rise to the occasion and rise to the opportunity and put some pressure, and we get our heads turned, if you will, for another number 9, and maybe one that we're not even talking about right now. And then Gio. We've talked so much on the State of the Union about Gio Reyna and the situation. at Dortmund. It's untenable. It's not going to work. So not only do I hope that he finds a new club, but in finding a new club, it's not just about being comfortable on the field and getting playing time. Yes, that's important. But I want him to find a new lease on life, if you will. I want him almost to turn a new chapter and put all of that stuff behind. Let's see. Anything else, Mosse, in terms of these 5 that I've laid out?
Number 4 is quite the take.
Really?
Doug McIntyre just drove off the road. So you're not sold
well, he's
on
on
either
the Pepe
Balogun
train.
or
He's
Pepe.
on the Pepe.
Yes.
I'm saying there could be another train coming along, another track. Who knows? That's what I'm looking for.
On number 5, I'm fascinated to see. I neglected to mention Gio did come on late in Dortmund's 1-1 draw against PSG, but I agree with you. He needs a move, and I'm fascinated to see which clubs emerge as potential suitors. We haven't seen too many concrete rumors yet. We're dying to do this potential landing spot segment, but for that to happen, we actually need some legitimate rumors out there so we can rank them. Otherwise, it's just Sean Sullivan making up things, out of thin air.
Look, it might happen in the spring, but if it doesn't happen in the spring, then it's got to happen in the summer.
And then going all the way back to the first one, it's going to be interesting to see the squad, how they juggle the Copa America and the Olympics. Again, we had Doug McIntyre on one of our TV shows recently to talk about that, and he said Walker Zimmerman might go to the Olympics as an overage player. So, yeah, having those 2 tournaments in the same summer and how you juggle them, that's going to be fascinating.
But maybe, because, I was talking about the women's Olympic campaign, but from a men's Olympic campaign, and maybe this goes back down to number 4, maybe somebody emerges in that form of the national team that's playing in the Olympics that people say, hey, this is kind of interesting. And they use that as their coming out party. Who knows? I know that's a lot of wishing. I know, Santa, listen, hook me up here, all right? I don't think it's too much to ask, my friend. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.